Welcome back to Combat Radius, and today I am super excited because we finally get to try out the career mode. Now, I did practice this a little bit before today's video, but today we're going to be starting a new career, and we're going to be flying the Yak-9P. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I think we can handle it. Now, looking at the map here for the Yak, unfortunately there is only one squadron right now. We'll be flying the 56th Taejeon Guards Fighter Aviation Regiment. Now, the first thing we're going to see here is the character select screen. And right off the bat, I already have a name for our character. We're going to call him Minju, and his last name is going to be La. So, Ra Minju. These are actually two Easter eggs I'm leaving for you guys, so if anyone here is able to figure those two out, please let me know down in the comments section down below. Alright, the birthday seems about right, maybe 30-ish years old, late 20s. Now for the portraits here, I believe they're generated in the same way as they were in IL-2 Great Battles. There's a series of traits like the hair, the jacket, the general face shape, and it just kind of mashes them together whenever you hit the change portrait button. But I could be wrong on that. So we're gonna look through these, and I think there's a few with a pretty good jawline we can see if we can get here. We've got a few older men. This guy, I think this guy's okay. We'll go with him. Next up, we have the biography. Now, for the North Koreans, there are only 2 biographies, but these can have a pretty significant impact on your gameplay. Whenever you select a new biography, you can see that it changes the skill boosters down here. For the Dragon of Shuniju, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'd have to see the actual Korean Hangul to see how that's pronounced correctly. But whenever I'm flying with my squad will get a +1 to their skills booster, nothing in discipline, and 3 to courage. But for today, we're going to be flying with the runaway from the South biography. This is going to give our whole squad a +3 to skills, +2 to discipline, but 0 to courage. And over here on the right side, we have the bio. I'm not going to read all of this now, so I will have this on screen. If anyone is interested in reading this, they can just pause and read it by themselves. All right, so we'll click create, and we're going to be sent into, oh, not quite yet. Let's see, April 2nd, 1951, and the latest news has arrived. There we go. Now we're gonna get put into this mode, which is we will get put into the headquarters. Now, this is where we're going to be spending a good amount of our time before we take our flights. You can see our commander here. This is us, our squadron, our resources, fuel, ordnance, and equipment. We have to make sure that we stay stocked up on these, and we can always ask for more later if we need. If we run out of any of these things, it's going to reduce the combat effectiveness of our unit. Events, I believe if I go to the calendar here, all of these days that are marked by an asterisk are a historical event. So these are days that we're going to want to have our squad in tip-top fighting shape for it, because these are going to probably be pretty big battles. All right, we can see today's weather and our task list. All right, so today you can see all the different types of missions that you can do. Some of them are going to be easier than others. Looks like over here we have a whole bunch of bomber interceptions. Those look like those might be fun for today. Some of those are even actually pretty far out, but if we go over here to the front line, you can see we have some area patrols, attacking some artillery, attack a vehicle column. Ooh, that looks like it might be interesting. Escort heavy bombers. Ooh, that might be a scary mission. That deep behind enemy lines, we'll probably lose quite a few guys there, which we do want to be careful, because if I go back to the squadron menu here, you can see everyone who's in our squadron. Now, if I click on our first guy here, Pak, you can see that, you know, this is his first day in service. He has absolutely no experience, no skills, no nothing. This guy is completely green. And you can say that about our entire squadron. These guys are fresh out of flight school. They have absolutely no combat experience. So we're going to want to work these guys in slowly so they gain some experience. If I go back to Pak here, as they gain more experience and they claim victories, they will improve their skills, and we can actually give them awards, which will make them stronger, better pilots. So I think our goal now is to try and give these guys a little bit of real easy experience and start getting some good flight hours and combat experience under their belts. So we're gonna go over to the task list, and I think I'm not gonna mess with the front line from now. That's pretty far away, and I think it might be a little more dangerous. So we're gonna go for some of the low-hanging fruit here, and maybe go for one of these bomber interception missions. It's relatively close to our airfield. It's behind friendly lines, so if any of our guys get shot down, we can pick them up pretty easily in a day or two. So I think this is going to be the best bet for us. And so we can... Oh, assign to mission. Recommended 1. That can't be right. They only want us to assign one guy to this? Really? I am not doing that. We are selecting a bunch of guys for this. Or maybe does it give me some information about how many bombers there are? Maybe not. Let's try this one. Okay, yeah, this one allows me to have up to 12. So I'll have these two guys. These two guys. We're just going to go right down the line. Let's have pretty much almost all of... Actually, we're going to go over the recommended. Oh, no, the maximum is 12. Okay. So I believe Section 6 out of Yellow Flight, they're going to be staying home. We're going to have our Commander Flight, because, you know, these guys are green. I want to be with them for this until they get a little more experience, and I know that some of these guys are going to be capable of leading a flight by themselves. We're going to have sections 1 through 5 with us. We'll click Apply. Also, later, if you are interested, you can also just click the auto planning if you just want to get right into the action. And let's see, remember how I said we need to manage our supplies? We don't want to waste too much fuel, so if we go back to this here, I'm going to select these guys again. My apologies, gonna have to do that again. There we go. That's 12. Yes? Okay. We can go to our aircraft here. Now it says that the round trip is about 207 kilometers. So we don't necessarily need to take a full fuel load. You can see here up in the top bar, you can see our combat radius. So if we drop our fuel down, the round trip is about 207? Yes, 207 kilometers. So I think we can get away with maybe having about 300 kilometers combat radius. We'll bump it up just a hair, 330, just to be on the safe side. And we'll give our guys some of the extra modifications here, just to give them a good fighting chance off the start. And I know you guys might be looking at this and thinking I'm crazy. Yes, I do set my armament setup to 600 meters. I am a fan of long-range shooting. We'll go more into that in depth later on. And so now we have everything ready to go for our first mission. We will click Apply, and we can proceed. Oh, actually, before we do that, we're going to go over the options and the difficulty here. For options, you can choose where you start your mission, if you want to start in the air, on the runway, parked, power balance. I believe this is the AI difficulty level. I could be wrong on this. I do know they had a very similar system in IL-2 Great Battle, so if anyone knows for certain what exactly this one does, please let me know down in the comment section below. But if I remember correctly, this is the AI level. So today, we're going to go random. AI forces and artillery. I believe this is how many enemy aircraft are there going to be. Are there going to be patrols? Is it going to be a huge wing, small wing? So we're going to go random and ground forces. Normally, I would like having this on random just to make the game a little more immersive, but specifically for performance reasons. We're not going to be attacking ground targets or anything. I'm going to have this on scattered just to improve our FPS a little bit. All right, so we're going to click Apply to that. Next up, we have our difficulty settings. Now here you have everything here that will make the game super easy for you. The simplifications, you can give yourself unlimited ammo, easier AI enemies, invulnerability, unlimited fuel. But if you select any of these on the right side of simplification, you will automatically be bumped down to no rating. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a leaderboard later on, or if this is tied to how many available requests that you'll have. We'll have to do a little bit more digging into the game to figure that out. But if you go over to combat assistance, these are a little lighter. I believe 1 will set you down to hard, 2 will have you on hard, 3 will have you on normal, 4 is normal. Okay, so all 5 is normal. Good. So if you use the combat assistance ones, if you're new to flight sims or just new to IL-2 Korea in general, feel free to use these. You'll still get some points for it. But if you're a longtime veteran, you can still go full real and do everything yourself, which is what we're going to do today. So we're going to click accept. Our mission's ready. Our squadron's ready. We're going to proceed, and I will see you guys on the runway. Here we are on the runway in our Yak-9, just waiting for the takeoff flare, and oh, there it is. All right. As you can see behind us, we have our flight of 12 ready to go. So for the Yak-9, we have the brake on the stick here. We're going to hold that. We're going to pull back to lock the tail wheel, spool her up, and that will keep her straight as we go down the runway to start. This is a very light aircraft, and it really loves to swirl on you. So if you don't hold back the stick for the first 100 kilometers an hour, this thing will try to kill you. But once we get to speed, we can let back on the pressure, and it will just come up off the ground by itself. And look at that. That looks beautiful. You can see all the hangars there, the lights. They look very nice. And behind us, you can see the rest of our flight taking off behind us. Very nice. So we'll start turning here and get in formation. We are airborne, and we need to climb to an altitude of 3,500 on a heading of 246. So I'll just look behind me here and make sure that our squad is forming up nicely. They are. We'll throttle down to about 1,000 manifold pressure just so they can catch up quickly. And I don't know if you guys can actually see the compass or not, but it's really tucked in there under the gun sight, so it's a bit hard to see without scrunching your body up. But we are on the right heading now, so all we have to do is climb up. You can see Pyongyang there off to our 2 o'clock with all the factories and some mountains way off to the side. I'm super excited about this game, guys. It looks great, and I hope you are too. We've made our way to the interception point, and there is an airfield off to our 2 o'clock, so I assume that's their objective. You can see our flight behind us still, and the Yak is actually a pretty twitchy plane. The nose tends to bounce around a lot, so we're going to pitch her down, turning this wheel here. If I remember correctly, the Yak only has pitch trim, so you do have to keep your foot on the rudder a lot. And, oh, I think I see the enemy flight. Yep, dead ahead. It looks like there's a tight formation of bombers and maybe a picket line of fighters in front of them. So I'm thinking we might try to sneak up on them here, because if I remember correctly, yes, okay, the sun is to our rear, and there's going to be a lot of glare, so if we come a little bit to the left here, they won't be able to see us. This tactic is as old as aviation itself, and I believe it's actually the first tactic listed in the Dictabolka, written by Oswald Bolka in World War I, making sure you always attack with the sun to your rear so you can surprise your enemy. Looking back, I think we're still good, so these guys won't be able to see us until we're right on top of them. Now, our primary mission here is to prevent them from carrying out their bombing attack. So we're going to blow right through the formation and scare them. Hopefully they'll drop their bombs. There we go. Ooh, I think we got 2 there. We're going to keep going, hit the lead here, and light hits. Good. Oh, and they dropped their bombs. Perfect. Okay, so no matter what happens next, that is mission accomplished. Great job. You can see one of the fighters on fire down there, so we were able to pick up 1 splash. I know we hit a few more though, but I'm not sure if we actually got them or not. You can see the bomb explosions down there from all the jettisoned bombs. We'll start making our way down here to pick up another target, and there's something in front of us here. It's shiny, so it's American, and that is a Saber. That's not good, but we're coming out of a dive, and this guy's in a climb, so we might be able to catch him, get a small shot here. Not quite. We're going to see if we can keep the pressure on this guy before he is able to get some distance between us. And wow, just look at that fur ball. But this guy's making a huge mistake. I think he's panicking and he's turning, so he's bleeding a lot of his energy. You're not going to out-turn a yak, buddy, and yeah, look at that. His engine's out, and oh, we got another one shooting at us. Oh, we're gonna turn. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. Oh man. Oh, we've got a decent amount of speed though. Okay, she's starting to stall a bit, but wow, just look at that. There's so many planes. It's just a massive furball. This is such a big improvement over Great Battles. It's giving me the chills. I'm looking around and all I'm seeing is just aircraft on fire and parachutes falling out of the sky everywhere. It's just one big chaotic mess. And you can see another P-51 just went in there. And ooh, somebody's shooting at me. Ooh, 2 more shooting at me. 3. Oh my god, they're everywhere. There's so many of them. There's 2 more fires down there. I'm trying to see if I can find any of my allies, but it's just everyone's mixed in together. You can't tell who's who until they're right next to you. And the sun glare doesn't help too, so everything's kind of dark right now. I'm not sure what it looks like for you guys, but playing in VR, it looks like nighttime. It's really hard to see what's actually going on here. Okay, I think that was a yak. And what is that? I can't tell what's what. Oh my god. Oh, they're just everywhere. That one's a Mustang. He's shooting at me. We're blacking out here. And you're looking up at the other aircraft so much, you're not even looking at your gauges, so can I get this guy to overshoot? Maybe not. Oh, he's coming back around. We might be able to get a snapshot here. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I think he flew through the guns. NT. There's another fire down there. I've completely lost my wingman here, but we've got another Mustang here shooting at us. The wing wants to stall. We're gonna blow past him, get some separation. Maybe we can hit one of these high guys going by. Not quite, he's a little too far. And I think, ooh, that one was a yak. Okay, I don't want to lose any of my pilots, so I'm gonna turn around and see if I can help that guy at all. There's just so many of them. This is actually starting to get really bad. Okay, there's another Mustang that went past us, and we got 2 right on our tail. Ooh, okay, we have to move right now. Oh, this guy's glued onto us. Maybe I can get high here. Okay, he's going low. I don't think I can really get him to overshoot, but maybe I can get him into a scissors here. He's too far away. We got our ally coming in on him. We need to pull up because there's another one on us already, and we're starting to black out. We're pulling like 4 or 5 Gs. He's going a lot faster than us, so he's getting thrown out in front. and we've neutralized that fight, but just like that, there's already more behind us. It's like, you can't stay on anyone for more than just a few seconds, because somebody else will come up on you if you go straight, so this is just so dangerous. Look at that, we already got another one on us here, and there's a parachute there. I'm hoping that's not one of our guys, but if it is, at least we'll still be able to recover them. They're over friendly lines. I think I'm seeing... Oh my god, Jesus, that gave me a heart attack. Okay, I think we're okay. I'm not seeing any black smoke, maybe just a fuel leak, but I'm giving everyone the command to get out of here. Let's get out. We are very lucky to have survived that. I believe they hit our left fuel tank. Yeah, you can see all the bullet holes in there, and I'm not sure about the right side, but I've given everyone the command to get out and head back to the airfield. I'll stay around to maybe help one of our allies, but looking at our gauges here, I think we're okay, but we do have low fuel pressure, so we need to keep an eye on that. Ooh, it looks like one of our allies shot one down. Instead of Pyongyang, we've pulled back to the nearby K-22 airfield to get support from the AAA. You can see the enemy fighters ahead of us, and it looks like they're taking ground fire now, so they are retreating. And we also have an oil leak, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that, but our oil pressure does seem to be good for now, so it's probably just a small leak. I'll stay airborne and let some of our allies land first, as it seems like they're already on final approach. I've risked coming all the way back to Pyongyang because I wasn't sure if the campaign mode would punish me for landing at a different airfield, so that is something we're going to have to test for another day. The oil leak's gotten pretty bad, but still holding up pretty nicely. The only problem is I just can't see anything in front of me. I can barely see the runway right now. But we've got the canopy open, gear is down, the flaps are down, everything seems to be working. Oh, we've got the sun in front of us too. I just can't see anything with this glare. This is awful. I think that's the end of the runway ahead of us, maybe? You know, this could be really bad if I end up hitting a building. And, okay, yeah, we're over the runway now, so we're going to start bringing her down. We're a little too fast for my taste, but not too bad. Oh, we got one bounce. And, oh, okay, something definitely broke there. I saw something fly off, but we are on the ground, and that is all that matters. It is our first mission, so we do have quite a few spare aircraft. Ooh, we don't want to hit the lamp on the side of the runway. That will, that thing actually does have a collision model, so if you hit that, it will damage you. But we are safe. Welcome back to the headquarters, everyone. Our last mission was successful. We were able to intercept the bombers, and we ended up getting 7 air-to-air victories. So going over to me here, I was able to claim 2 air victories, one on a P-51 at the start of the engagement, and one later on a F-86. However, I did take quite a bit of damage, so my aircraft is going to be in the shop for about 2 days. As far as our other pilots, 5 of them ended up getting air victories. So I believe Yoon, Chi, Pak, Shin, and U all ended up getting 1 kill each. And surprisingly, we ended up shooting down 5 F-86 Sabres. 5 of them were Sabres and 2 of them were Mustangs. So considering we were flying out in Yaks, I would say this was an absolutely stellar performance. However, we did end up losing our first pilot here in Utonga. From what I remember hearing on the radio, he took some damage and headed back to the nearby K-22 airfield early, only to end up losing control and crashing on his landing approach. So we have our first lost pilot and our first lost aircraft. Now, I don't believe we have any aircraft in reserve. I could be wrong on that. So, okay, so 3 out of service. 1 of those is completely destroyed, and none in reserve. So I think we're going to use some of our available requests here to get in some more aircraft. I think 3. We're going to go through aircraft a lot more than we're going to go through pilots. We're very good as the rest of our logistics, and pilots, I think we're going to request 2. So... oh, I think we're going to have to do each of these manually. So we're going to request 3 aircraft, and we're going to request 2 pilots. And so you can see down here at the bottom, we're going to get our delivery of 3 Yaks on the 7th. Or no, wait, is this the 7th? What month is it? Okay, yes. So we're going to get the aircraft on the 7th, and we'll get the pilots on the 7th as well. Okay, so we'll get both of these on the 7th. Good. And today is the 2nd, so we do have quite a bit of time until that happens. But you can see in our squadron menu here, we have a lot of open slots. So I want to try and fill this up as quickly as we possibly can. So if any of our pilots are out of action or they're fatigued, we still have plenty of other pilots that can take over their roles. So in the next episode, I think we're going to send out some of our other pilots here on some other missions. Maybe we'll just do some frontline patrols. I thought these interceptions were going to be pretty easy pickings, but apparently not. So I'll send them out on these patrols here. Unfortunately, I don't believe I'm going to be able to go with them unless I yoink somebody else's aircraft, but we'll leave that for the next episode. I know today we did a different type of video format. This video is a little longer than normal, so if you guys have any comments or feedback on those, I would appreciate it if you left that down in the comment section below. I hope everyone enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next episode. Signing off.